Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. Om Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranat Klesha Nashaya Govindaye Namo Namaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyamamritat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Friday evenings योग वशिष्ठ सत्संग. आप सबका स्वागत है. हर शुक्रवार को हम योग वशिष्ठ का सत्संग करते हैं. हमारा दंडवत प्रणाम है उस ब्रह्मांडीय ईश्वरीय शक्ति को, हमारे परम पूज्य गुरुदेव स्वामी ज्योतिर्मयानंद जी महाराज को, सब साधु संतों को, ऋषियों मुनियों को, हमारे पवित्र ग्रंथों को और आप सब में विद्यमान परमेश्वर को कोटि कोटि प्रणाम. Our humble prostrations to the all-pervading Brahman, to our worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayananda Ji Maharaj, to all the sages and saints, our scriptures, and to the divinity in each one of you. It is great good fortune when many punyas fructify from many lives, not just this life, many lives. You become a advanced sadhak, a serious sadhak, an aspirant, where you enjoy satsang, and through God's grace only, God and Guru's grace only, is satsang possible, and that is the journey to self-realization. Satsang सबसे अनिवार्य है. कुछ भी नहीं करें और सत्संग करें तो कल्याण ही कल्याण होगा, और सब कुछ करो और सत्संग नहीं करो तो कुछ नहीं होगा. ये जीवन व्यर्थ हो जाएगा. दिस ब्यूटिफुल लाइफ विल बी वेस्टेड विदाउट सत्संग. द वर्ल्ड will make us all full of rajas and tamas, and we will lose our purity. That is why we constantly need to do satsanga all the time. But when at least twice a week when we get together, हम जब इकट्ठे होते हैं और भगवान का नाम लेते हैं तो पवित्रता और शुद्धता आ जाती है. We get a feast for the soul, just like we enjoy a feast for the food that we eat. Our spirit also needs this food, the satsanga, the food for the soul. So let us fold our hands in prayers. Let us pray for everybody. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःख भाग् भवेत्. May all be happy, may all be peaceful, may all be disease free, may no one suffer. What a beautiful prayer. And in that you are automatically included. When you pray for everybody, you are part of everybody. So don't just pray for yourself that God give me this or give me that. Just say, God, may all be happy, so you will be happy. And with that prayer, may God's grace continue to shine upon everyone, wherever there is hunger or thirst or joblessness or lack of peace or financial security or mental instability. There are so many numerous diseases in this world. इस धरती पर इतने असंख्य तरीके की बीमारियां हैं. आधि व्याधि विषय. आधि means physical problems, vyadhi means mental problems. We have so many problems in the body, senses, mind, intellect, ego. They are all diseases, all dis-ease. And then this is called prapanch, maya, illusion. But the pain is very real. We may say it's illusion, but it is a very real thing. So let us continue to stay humble, help others. If we can't help them, at least don't harm them. Be kind, compassionate. So, with that prayer, let us invoke our Guru, Swami JyotirmayAnanda Maharaj. May his abundant grace continue perpetually. May this fountain of Satsanga continue to flow, and not only flow but continue to ceaselessly flow, increase in thought, word, deed, everything we do. May our life become a Deepak, like a flame, a offering to God. And that would be the best way to pay Guru Dakshina. Guru Dakshina means the gratitude to the Guru. The Akshina. Akshina means right vision. Aksh means eyes. And the word the, as Swamiji says, Brahmaji had given that knowledge to the demons, humans, and the devatas, the gods. To the gods he gave the teaching, the meaning daman. Daman in Hindi means sense control. Control, because there are abundant sense enjoyments in heaven. We think this is in this world we enjoy senses. Over there it is multiplied times a billion, infinite. No calories, no worry about heart attacks, no worry about weight problems. Whatever you do is abundant beyond our imagination. So the gods are directed to control the senses. And then to the demons, Brahmaji also gives the same teaching, the word the, meaning daman. So daya for the demons, daman for the devatas, gods. So demons, daya meaning compassion, because demons are generally very ruthless. They have no mercy. They kill people at the stroke of everything just for entertainment, and that is not good. That's why sensitivity is required. So to have compassion, daya karo. So that's what they were told. And to the humans, the representative of the humans, they were told, dan. Dan means charity. Charity. Give to others. And the biggest dan you can do is sharing the knowledge with others. The knowledge of Brahman. ये ब्रह्म विद्या जो हम बांटते हैं, ये योग वशिष्ठ, भगवद गीता, द नॉलेज ऑफ द सेल्फ, but also dhan. If we have resources, we have money, we build charitable institutions, we pay money to educate poor children. So many things you can do with your money if you have it, and then to do good. Otherwise, people buy expensive cars, expensive homes, and then they die. If they have not done good charity, then that is not good. So for humans, it is dana. But in reality, we have all three. We have a combination of God in us. भगवान हमारे अंदर है, और दानव भी हमारे अंदर है, और ये मनुष्य भी हमारे अंदर ही है. Human beings, so we are human, we are divine, and we are demoniac also. So we are a little bit unique. So we have to do all three, because the demoniac qualities in us are lust, passion, anger, greed, jealousy, all these desire for name and fame, all this is asuric qualities, and therefore we have to um, control. And then we have divine qualities also: compassion, love, kindness, happiness, joy. ये सब देवता देवलोक की qualities हैं, and human. So therefore, praying to our Guru that we may do the Daman, Daya, Dan in the strictest of sense, the way Brahmaji intended it for us. So let's move on to our Guruji's message. स्वामी गुरुजी का हम अपने गुरु का चरणों में कोटि कोटि प्रणाम करते हुए उनका क्या डायरेक्शन है हम लोगों के लिए, हम सब साधकों के लिए. Let us study that. Swami ji says, blessed self adorations, Divyatman, Shubh Ashirvad. Study elevating scriptures and listen to the teachings of the sages and saints. So Swadhyaya, studying elevating scriptures, is known as Swa Adhyaya. Swa means the self, and Adhyaya means the process of studying, knowing. So that is called Swadhyay. Reading the Bhagavad Gita daily, or the Ramayana, or Bhagavatam, or Yoga Vashisth, or some passages of whatever you like. It doesn't matter what scripture, or if you are from um, you're a Christian or a Hindu or a Muslim, all those things don't matter. Read your holy book that you like. That is Swadhyay. So study elevating, because they will all tell you to do something good. To you are here temporarily on planet Earth, then you are going to depart. So the ways may be different, but eventually you are going on the same journey. So understand that and listen to the teachings of sages and saints. All the sages and saints are universal. सब साधु संत जो होते हैं वो सब एक जैसे ही होते हैं. They are all the same. They don't create distinctions of this religion, that religion, do this, don't do this, or this is the only way to do this. If you pray to my God only, then you will reach, otherwise you will not reach. So stay away from that foolishness, whoever says that, because there is only one God, only one, and he comes to you in whatever way, shape, or form that you pray. He comes to you in your vision. Bhagavad Gita clearly states this also. So listen to the teachings of sages and saints who have given up their lives for this project, so we can benefit. This is called Rishi Rena. We have a debt. So when we study we do satsanga with these sages and saints, then they are so happy that their sacrifice didn't get wasted. We are using it for our upliftment, and then everybody benefits. They are like sandalwood trees, these sages and saints. Their fragrance gets everywhere, and it never ends. So reflect and meditate on the divine self. अपनी आत्मन पर ध्यान कीजिए और मनन और निधिध्यासन कीजिए. मनन मीनिंग रिफ्लेक्शन, meditation, nididhyasan. So that divine self is within you only. That is the most important. सबसे बड़ा बात यही है कि भगवान को पाने के लिए कहीं बाहर नहीं जाना है. You don't have to run here and there to find God. Don't have to go to pilgrimage centers. Although it is good if you like to and you want to purify and you enjoy sightseeing, no harm. But just know that, don't think that God is in those centers only. He's there, but He's also in your heart. You can do more by increasing your purity in your home, plus your pocketbook will be also happier, healthier, because you don't have to spend so much money unnecessarily. It's all our ego. I went here, I did this, I went there, I did that. Sometimes there is a calling that is separate, but overall we must find happiness within. हमको ये शांति कहाँ मिलनी चाहिए? अपने हृदय में मिलनी चाहिए, और कहीं नहीं मिलेगी. This peace, you don't get it in mountains or rivers or oceans. We take so many vacations, we spend so much money, months we plan for that 2 week vacation, and then we are back to the same old. So why? Because we are not happy inside. We are trying to run away from ourselves, isn't it? तो अपने आप से भागना नहीं है, अपने अंदर ही आनंद लेना है. You have to learn how to enjoy your own company, your own presence, your own rasa. When I say your own, meaning the God in you, not just the egotistical you. That guy is useless. He will not do anything right for you. But the God in you and the aspirant in you, those two have to unite. Go within and then try to assimilate the spiritual teachings in your daily life. Otherwise, tons of theory, ounce of practice. We keep going through so many scriptures, so many things. Internet is full of knowledge, so much theory. What all can you do? You have this little. So all we need to do is pick one or two things in our life and apply them. Have you heard of Gandhi ji ke teen bandar? Gandhi ji, Mahatma Gandhi, he used to keep three monkeys near his altar, and they all had this, like one had his eyes closed, one had his ears closed, one had his mouth closed. And there's a song also like this in Hindi. It says, "Na sun bura, na dekh bura, na bol bura." These are the keys to a good spiritual life. If somebody criticizes, close your eyes, close your ears, don't listen. Na sun bura, walk away. That is, otherwise you are depleting your spiritual wealth. Na sun bura, na dekh bura. Don't see evil, don't see wrong things, don't see lustful activities that will drag you into the world, and rajas, all this nonsense, or things that are casinos, gambling places, intoxication, liquor. People who are doing, let them do, that is fine, that is their choice. They are not sadhaks, but you are a sadhak. Every step you are taking is a sadhana. Sadhana means it's a spiritual practice, and it has to be sanctified, it has to be holy. So na dekh bura, don't see anything wrong, see only good. See the pictures of, that's why in your room you should have as much spirituality as possible. Pictures of, if you like nature, you can have pictures of mountains, rivers and lakes. Otherwise, your ishta devata, whatever image you like, your guru, your god, and that is the seeing good, acha dekhna. Or so, don't watch evil and don't speak evil. Na bol bura, don't criticize anybody, don't say wrong about anything, not too much worldly talk either, because this human life is like a burning candle, जलते हुए दिए की तरह हमारा ये शरीर है, आज है और कल नहीं रहेगा. Today you can see it, tomorrow you will not. So simple teaching, ना सुन बुरा, ना देख बुरा, ना बोल बुरा. अपने मन में जाओ और संसार के प्रपंच से बाहर निकल जाओ. Get out of this so-called intoxicating process of the world. और ये रोज करो. ट्राई टू एसिमुलेट दीज टीचिंग्स इन योर डेली लाइफ. प्रत्येक दिन, जिस भी दिन आपने भगवान का स्मरण नहीं किया, वो दिन नष्ट हो गया, बर्बाद हो गया, यूजलेस. नो no fun in that day. That the day in which you have not done your sadhana, or not done spirituality, or not helped anybody through many ways. You can do selfless service, karma yoga, bhakti yoga, devotion, kirtan, chanting, peace, japa, nam japa. God has given us so many ways to think of Him. Smarana, नाम स्मरण करना. तो जिस दिन नहीं हुआ, the day we have missed it, all we did was make fun, be merry, saw movies, went to fun places, and all we did was just talk about worldly stuff only, and business dealings, but no God. That day we have lived like an animal. That is what the scriptures say. Because otherwise, ये मानव जन्म बहुत कठिनाई से मिलता है. very difficult to get human birth. Next time we may not get it. We may, if we haven't reached our destination, anytime you can slip, like that snake and ladder game, 99 and a snake bites you, लूडो बोलते हैं या उसको सांप सीढ़ी बोलते हैं, तो वहां पर आके नीचे आ जाता है, you come down. Such is the Maya. And this is not very far fetched. The minute you start thinking, I have done sadhana for 40 years, मैं 40 साल से ध्यान कर रहा हूँ, बहुत मेरा तप हो गया, बहुत बड़े सन्यासी बन गए, ये हो गया, उसी समय नारद जी की जैसे परीक्षा हुई थी, आपकी भी परीक्षा होगी और लुढ़क जाओगे. We will in an instant we will fall off. So कभी भी घमंड नहीं करना है, अहंकार नहीं करना है. वी शुड नेवर हैव egotistical thoughts that we are very spiritual. That is your inner journey. वो आपके लिए है. For the world you behave like an average foolish person only. Let them leave you alone. Don't prove anything. Just be totally calm on your own journey, because it's your journey, not for the world to know. So, and then if God wants you to use you, then God will use you. यदि भगवान आपको निमित्त मात्र बनाकर आपका उपकरण की तरह इस्तेमाल करना चाहते हैं, then it's different. Then it's God's project, not you. Like right now when we are doing satsang, it's our Guru's grace and God's grace, and all we are simple instruments trying to walk like little ants walking on a, trying to creep on a big mountain. Huh? That is how we should always think. ऐसे ही सत्संग में समझना चाहिए. जैसे ही हमें, the minute we start thinking, oh, we are finishing Yog Vashisht, we have been doing it for so many years. Now we are so smart. The minute you think that, it's our downfall, you see, because then your ego is trying to destabilize you from where you are. आपको हिला देगी. तो meditation, so always stay humble and start again, read Bhagavad Gita again and again, Yoga Vashisht again and again, japa again and again, everything you do again and again only. Your breath, प्रणव, ओम, अंदर आना बाहर जाना, अगेन एंड अगेन रोज होता है. ऐसे ही आपका जो भी आपका भोजन रोज होता है. यू ईट एवरी डे, यू स्लीप एवरी डे, यू वेक अप एवरी डे, यू गो टू वर्क एवरी डे. क्या चीज तुम नहीं करते भाई, वही सब कुछ तो हो रहा है. तो उसके अंदर जब आप स्पिरिचुअलिटी ले आएंगे, व्हेन यू ब्रिंग डिवोशन, भक्ति ले आएंगे, तो एक अद्भुत आनंद आ जाएगा आपके जीवन में, जो साधारणतः नहीं मिलता है. यू विल फाइंड अ सर्टन ब्लिस एंड जॉय बाय डीलिंग विद अ स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ. ब्रह्म मुहूर्त में जागिए between 3:30 and 6, and before the world pulls you and sucks you like a vacuum cleaner, क्योंकि ये संसार को प्रपंच बोलते हैं ना, ये खींच लेता है. सो काम है, सो मेनी थिंग्स यू हैव टू डू. द वर्ल्ड विल कॉन्स्टेंटली पुट प्रेशर ऑन यू. डिड यू डू दिस, डिड यू डू दैट, डिड आई डू. द प्रोजेक्ट्स विल नेवर एंड. तृष्णा न जीर्णा वयमेव जीर्णा. तृष्णा मीन्स cravings, desires, they don't end, we end, है ना, we will end. So till the very last day we will continue to have it. So in order to do that, स्वच्छता करते रहो, सत्संग करते रहो, भगवान से जुड़े रहो, अपना साधना जप ध्यान करते रहो. कंटिन्यू टू फॉलो द प्रॉपर path that you have been given. मनुष्य बड़ भागी मानव तन पावा. Great blessing has been given to you to have this human birth. बड़ भागी. Otherwise, imagine we could have been an ant, kutta, billi, we could have been anything. So many species, a dog, a cat, a rat, a dolphin, a tree. See, all these have life in it. All these things. तो इसमें जिसमें भी चेतन है वो आप हो सकते हो कभी भी. All of us with that has got chetan means consciousness. So depending on our karma, our actions, we come in and go out, exit, enter, entry, out, just like a revolving door. We will keep on doing this in this prapanch, the cycle of life. सो बड़भागी मानव तन पावा, सब सुर ऋषि मुनि ग्रंथ ही गावा. All the sages, saints, and the scriptures, all of them sing about the glory of a human life. Human life meaning an opportunity to connect with God. Only reason they are saying it, not to enjoy and then die, not to have just sense pleasures, raise a family, do this, do that. Okay, all that is fine. Animals also do all that. But being a human being, you have this unique opportunity to connect with God and never reincarnate. That is the blessing. And I have already told you, serious aspirants go through krama mukti. They are never born again, because they are able to uh, transcend the gravity. Just like while you are in gravity, you throw a stone, it will come back. It will come back and fall on somebody. It may even fall on your own head. But if you have transcended gravity, then there is no worry. It's light and weightless and all that. You have broken the barrier. Much in the same way, we as sadhaks are trying to break this pull of the world. And that doesn't mean don't do your duty. It doesn't mean run into a forest. It doesn't mean give up everything you have, or not enjoy, be serious all the time, never smile. You see, sages and saints smile all the time. They are ecstatic. The happiness is coming from within. But it is not trying to find happiness in things. चीजों में खुशी मत ढूंढिए, वो आपके अंदर विद्यमान है. The happiness is in you. So that's what you have to learn. But when you do spirituality, a little karma yoga, bhakti yoga, dhyana yoga, jnana yoga. Karma, selfless service. Teach somebody something you know, some skill, do some volunteer work of any capacity that you like. And then devotion. If you sing, then sing bhajans, kirtan, chanting, japa, chanting God's glories. That is a beautiful way where we all combine and clap and join and we do kirtan. That's why all sages and saints do kirtan, and we also do it. Doesn't have to be long, even a little bit kirtan, to bring the rasa. Rasa means the nectar, nectar of bhakti, devotion. And then dhyana. You cannot ignore dhyana. When you sleep in your every night you sleep, how much joy you find in ignorance. उसमें अविद्या रहता है. The joy is there, but it is due to our ignorance, and we comfort just charging our cell phone batteries. You wake up, you are refreshed, you start your day, है ना. एक अगला दिन शुरू हो जाता है, सब कुछ होता है, लेकिन उसमें अविद्या की झिल्ली नष्ट नहीं होती. There is a layer of ignorance, therefore we say ignorance is bliss. That's why we say that. So but when you meditate, जब आप ध्यान करते हो, you are now not sleeping, you are awake. And but your eyes are closed, your body is still, your thoughts are one pointed. सब ध्यान आप एक ही वस्तु पे कर रहे हैं. It can be your इष्ट देवता, it can be a ocean, it can be a candle flame, it can be a flower, anything that you think you like, that your mind will find a place to sit on. That should be your object of meditation. तो वो जब आपका ध्यान हो जाएगा, तो वहां पर आप उसको ध्यान कीजिए. एंड फाइनली ज्ञाना. Jnana is swadhyay, reading scriptures, or just coming regularly for satsanga, like all of you are already. There are so many people, Friday evenings, they could have been somewhere else, malls, casinos, bars, movies, isn't it? So many things. But initially, we were also like that. But then a stage comes where the journey, inner journey, आपके अंदर का जो ये सत्वा है, प्योरिटी है, that becomes so joyful that you don't have to fight with your sadhana. You start enjoying your sadhana. Brahma Muhurta becomes like God's call of morning dawn. ऐसे ही जब आपको सत्संग से प्यार होने लग जाए, सत्संग में आनंद आना शुरू हो जाए, then you make time, you will find time, you will rearrange your life around satsang. My father used to do that always. If there somebody would invite him, he would check his calendar and say, no, this time to this time I'm busy. Other times, because he was always very much wanted by people, but he would always say, my daily 4 to 6 are booked. Nothing would stop him from that, and he would not attend anything. Outside of that, he would be totally available. So this is what serious sadhaks do. When you are a sadhak, to fir that satsanga becomes a blessing in your life, and you continue to do it. Oh, and you don't miss it for anything. And why do we do it? We don't do it for anybody else. We are doing it for ourselves, our own evolution. अपने कल्याण के लिए हम करते हैं. So that is the blessing we have through the joint connection of satsanga. Like in the morning, the Wi-Fi connection is very good. Also, the highways are totally empty, isn't it? You can drive easily on in the morning, 4 o'clock. You start driving at 8 o'clock, rush hour. The same 5 miles will take you 1 hour to reach. Whereas in the morning, if you do it, Brahma Muhurta, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, you can do it in less than 10 minutes. ऐसे हो जाता है. But the choice is up to us, isn't it? Much in the same way, when you meditate during these early morning hours or during sandhi time. Sandhi means when there are changes between, like night is ending and morning is dawn time. So रात खत्म होती है, सुबह उगता है. So that is a beautiful time to do sadhana. Also at night time, when evening is ending and night time is starting, that's called sandhi. Also during midday, when the noon is ending and early afternoon is starting. So that is why Rishi, Muni, sages, saints used to do 3 times Sandhya. Sandhya means peace, 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 peace chanting. They would constantly do peace chanting. So these are the, and it was so much in the DNA, like in our psyche. Just like you breathe, you don't have to think, oh, should I breathe now, should I exhale, should I inhale. That is only during pranayama, a little bit pranayama. Okay, deep breathe, deep, go deep, take a deep breath, hold, exhale. Only then you become conscious, isn't it, of your breath. Otherwise, do you have to take permission? Okay, how long should I hold, should I take out? No, normal, you continue. Much in the same way, when spirituality goes within you, जब ये भक्ति का रंग आप पे चढ़ जाता है, तो अपने आप आपका ध्यान लगता है. Automatically your mind will start to focus. So meditation is difficult in the beginning. Why? This is for beginners, because so many thoughts inside the head. This box of the mind, you say, don't think of the monkey, the mind will only think of the monkey, because the Guru said, don't think of the monkey. Otherwise, he wouldn't have thought of the monkey. The Guru said, don't think of the monkey. Now the mind only wants to think about the monkey only. So that is because, that's why we call it the monkey mind. It is very complicated. Idhar udhar bhagta rahega. So it is difficult in the beginning because it is unrestrained. You see how when kids are very young and you take them to a grocery store, I want this, I want this, I want this, I like that toy. They are as if like they own the store. They will pick this, they will pick that, making their mother's life miserable. Poor thing, she cannot do her shopping anymore. बेचारी बार बार बोलती है, no, 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 not this, no, 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 घर जाके. So this is what we have to tell our mind, no, 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 because the mind will keep saying, I want this, I want this, I want to go out, I want to. The minute you say think of this, it will want to do. So it is difficult in the beginning, but if you persist, you experience success in degrees. Slowly, 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 you will get better and better and more advanced. ऐसे ही लोग हाथी को, शेरों को ट्रेन कर लेते हैं. सर्कस देखते हैं, यू सी सर्कस, हाउ मेनी एलिफेंट्स एंड लायंस सिट on the chair nicely, trying to play with the ball and stand on a wall. Imagine how much discipline of that wild animal also has become a pet. तो ऐसे ही we can train this mind, but it will take effort, constant effort. So it will come in degrees. It doesn't come immediately. Rome is not built in a day. You start something, कुछ भी आप करेंगे समय में धीरे 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 समय लगेगा. It will take time. So be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself and don't think of things that are negative in your life. Don't worry about stresses, past memories, this, that. It's all gone. Water under the bridge. Why worry about it? Now you have a brand new opportunity. So when you tell your mind, I don't want you to think this or think that, then you meditate of something that you enjoy. That's how you get success in degrees, slowly, slowly. And success leads you to greater success until you become inwardly rooted in God. Inwardly rooted in God. May God bless you. Thine Swami Jyotirmayananda. So kitna sundar gyan hai, beautiful message in small few lines. We can do the whole satsang. Even if we didn't have to do yoga vashisht, we could do it on this, because it takes so much practice and patience. Karat karat abhyas te jadmati hot sujata. When you continue to practice, then even dull people understand, they learn. Even in India there are wells, कुएं होते थे, wells. So then in villages, and so people would just then sometimes pull a rope. Pulleys and all came very late, much later. So in the beginning people would just throw the rope and then pull it out. So then what people started doing, it was heavy work, so they would just slide the rope on the rock, slide the rope on the rock, and then it would go inside the well, and the water would be accumulated, and then they will pull it out, because it gives them less, they have to use less muscle, है ना, खींचने के लिए कम मेहनत लगता था. So over time what happened is that even the rock gives way to a groove. So now the rope can easily go. Even such a hard thing like a rock also changes shape with constant practice. So हमारा मन बुद्धि ये सब चेंज हो जाएगा. It will all easily change, but we have to not say, oh, I'll do it for a month. If it works, it's good, otherwise I cannot do it. Well, if you don't do it, it will be worse and worse, and you are doomed. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, ध्यायतो विषयां पुंसः संगस्तेषुपजायते संगात् संजायते कामा कामा क्रोधा विजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोह सम्मोह स्मृति विद्भ्रम बुद्धिनाशात pranashyati. So God is taking you from one step to the other to say, if you don't change your life, if you think of objects, then desires will arise. If desires are not fulfilled, then what will happen? Anger will arise. Anger. Krodhat vijayate. Krodhat bhuvati sammoha. And through anger, you will get delusional. Will you ever make a good decision in anger? No, people make foolish decisions in anger. They ruin their lives, they ruin other people's lives, they regret. So many crimes are done in anger. Road rage, what is that? Somebody cut you off and you shoot somebody? What is this? So, this is what they say, anger is just a waste of your energy. Kamat krodhat bhavati sammoha. And through anger, you become delusional. You don't think rationally. And then, if you don't think rationally, you lose your intellect, because over time your smriti memory, your memory starts to fade, it will not support you. And then when your memory itself is gone, then we have become an animal. We are no longer human beings, we can't think properly. And therefore so many mental illness issues these days in this world. Mental problem, this problem, that problem. Why? Because of life not being lived properly only. So therefore we can change it, everything can be changed, but we have to stop looking for excuses and stop holding other people responsible. क्या होता है, जनरली वी से ओ उसने किया, आई वॉज ग्रोइंग अप, माई मदर डिड दिस, माई फादर डिड दिस, और माई फ्रेंड्स डिड दिस, everybody is right but except for you, you are the only one, everybody else is to be blamed but you are right, everybody else is wrong. Doesn't work like that. It is our karma. Nobody can cause you even a little bit harm without our own karma being involved in it. So when difficulties come, don't complain. जब कष्ट आए, बहुत परेशान नहीं हो, दुखी नहीं हो, गाली नहीं दो, और ये नहीं कहो कि भगवान हम मारे हुए हैं, हमारा किस्मत बुरा है. Don't curse God, don't curse yourself. Just understand you have done something in your past lives. Now it's time to pay up. Just like when you buy a house, you have to pay mortgage. You rent, you have to pay the rent. You have to pay the utilities. You cannot say let me use things also and let me not pay also. Doesn't work like that, right? So we have to continue to understand that inwardly we have to be rooted in God, and this, we are also paying rent in this body. It's called your breath. Isn't it? God out of mercy doesn't come to collect it, but it's your breath. And the day the last breath will go and it will not come means eviction notice. We are evicted, body is gone, no longer will it work. But we have to be totally mortgage free, rent free, live free when you are in God's arms. Then everything comes to you, but we first have to deserve, then we desire. So this is the essence of Swamiji's message. So try to do a little bit every day, 30 minutes if you can. 30 minutes everybody can afford. I don't care what they say, whether they are president of the country or CEOs or average people. We all can do at least 30 minutes. The question is doing it every single day at a certain time. Discipline, discipline, discipline. And that's how it will become. You will reach to a point where you want more and more automatically. Then nobody will tell you, you will do it automatically on your own. But let's pray for that day that we all feel like that. Okay. So with this, let us start our satsang kirtan, then we will get into Yoga Vashistha. जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश पाहि मां श्री गणेश श्री गणेश रक्ष मां शरवण भव पाहि मां कार्तिकेय 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 रक्ष मां जय सरस्वती जय सरस्वती जय सरस्वती पाहि मां श्री सरस्वती रक्ष मां जय गुरु शिव गुरु हरि गुरु राम जगत गुरु परम गुरु सद्गुरु श्याम ओम आदि गुरु अद्वैत गुरु आनंद गुरु ओम चिद गुरु चिद घन गुरु चिन्मय गुरु ओम जगत गुरु ओम गुरु सच्चिदानंदा शंकराचार्य शिवानंद ज्योतिर्मयानंद ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिव 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 शिवाय नमः ओम हर 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 नमः शिवाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते रामचंद्राय आंजनेय 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 पाहि मां हनुमन्ता 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 रक्ष मां हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति पाहि मां ब्रह्मा शक्ति विष्णु शक्ति शिव शक्ति रक्ष मां Adi Shakti Mahashakti Parashakti Pahi Mam. Ichha Shakti Kriya Shakti Jnana Shakti Raksha Mam. Gangarani 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 Pahi Mam. Bhagirathi 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 Raksha Mam. Hari Om Hari Om Hari 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 Om. Hari Om Hari Om Hari 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 Om. Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti 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 Om. So, continuing our journey on this beautiful scripture, Yog Vashisht. And when we finish it, we will start again. This scripture takes many years to complete unless you do it every single day for a long time. So, we only meet once a week. So, we have to enjoy this journey. But currently, we are on the final phases of Nirvana Prakarana. Nirvana means mukti, liberation, moksha, self realization, God realization, many names, but they all mean the same thing: connection of your spirit, your consciousness with divinity, God, that supreme energy. Today we are studying section 176 to 179. Last Friday we had finished The Self Alone Exists, and we have been discussing the characteristics of a sage, of enlightened people. All scriptures do that, whether it's the Bhagavad Gita may be chapter number 2. There are 18 shlokas where Lord Krishna has given you the characteristics of enlightened people. So if you think you have attained enlightenment, then read those 18 shlokas. They will give you a very clear view of what all is needed to attain enlightenment. These days there are so many people who are deluded or thinking they have awakened. We use the word awakened a lot these days. Awakening. Yes, so read those shlokas, and in Bhagavatam also there are many shlokas like that, and also in Yoga Vashistha, because this is beyond enlightenment is beyond sense perception. समझ गए? आँख, नाक, चक्षु, सुगंध, त्वचा, रस, इस सब से परे है, इससे वृद्ध है, बड़ा है. It is so profound. How can you measure an ocean with your dinner tablespoon, teaspoon? Measuring the ocean, the whole concept changes, right? Just like when you measure the stars, you no longer take our earthly distance, you use light years, millions of years. Much in the same way, today we are studying Brahman alone transcends the illusion of multiplicity. तो ये जो ब्रह्म सत्यम जगन मिथ्या जीवो ब्रह्मैव न परहा, this is the essential teaching that is from the Vedas, but Adi Guru Shankaracharya brought it to everybody's awareness. There was a time when people were fighting over little segments of religion, creed, this sampradaya, that sampradaya, this form, that form, and they were deluded. That is why at that time Buddhism was very prevalent. And when Shankaracharya ji came, he brought everybody under one guidance, by not by anger, not by forcing, but by debates, where he would guide people, and then they would all, once they were answerless, they could not have any more answers, then they would all come back slowly. Sanatana Dharma came back, but the underlying premise is, because eventually everything is Sanatan only. Sanatan means timeless. So Those of you who are very intellectually sharp, you want to Google everything, go into history, all that is okay, but that is not going to help you in your enlightenment journey. All it will do is make you more argumentative. Why did this happen? Why did that happen? Oh, what is it to you? Somebody has shot you an arrow. Why do you want to know what, who shot it, when did it come, what quality? Take it out, save yourself. That is your problem. Much in the same way, we, in a few years, every year we are growing old. We don't have time for this idle pursuits and useless questions. We should be very discreet in our thinking. So, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaivana Paraha. This is the underlying sentence in which the whole philosophy of Sanatana Dharma is clarified. And it is also the oldest religion. Without a doubt, you Google it and you do this, you do that. Hinduism, we say now. I personally don't like saying Hinduism because Sanatana Dharma is the real name. From it only came Sikhism, Arya Samaj, Buddhism also. Who was Buddha? He was a Hindu, we say, but Sanatan Dharma, his father was a king, Hindu king. Shuddhodan was his name. That is the history. So they didn't create anything new. Buddha didn't create anything new, Christ didn't create anything new, Mullahs, Islam, and all these are recent religions, only 2000 years old. This, that, 4, 5. Buddhism is older than that, but nothing older than Sanatan, timeless, because these are laws of the universe. Laws of the universe is not a religion. Religion is where you have lots of rituals and do this, don't do this is right, that is wrong, don't go there, go here. That is to guide ignorant people. छोटे छोटे बच्चों को जैसे बोला जाता है लाइन में चलो, don't talk when teacher is talking, that is fine. That level of religion is okay for those people. But for advanced aspirants, people who want to connect with God, all they have to do is go within. Within, we have the same heart, same eyes, same nose, same consciousness, same birth, same death, same red blood. What is different? Isn't it? So that is what he said. Brahma Satyam. Brahma is the only truth. Jagan Mithya. This Jagat is illusion. The whole world is Mithya. Jivo Brahmaivana Para, which means that you and God are the same element. Same Jiva and Brahma are the same Tattva. Nothing different. Same. Think about the profundity of that statement. One grain of rice that you are checking if it is cooked means the whole pot is cooked. If that one is raw, the whole pot is raw, isn't it? Don't you do that? That is what God is trying to say. You go within, find out cosmic nature. I reside in you. If you have found me within you, you have found me in the whole cosmos, in the galaxies, in the Milky Ways, in the oceans, the mountains, the rivers, and in everybody, in your enemy, in your friend, in the plant, in the tree, in the grass. Such is the experience. Now, how can you get that without, unless you are enlightened? Only then. But if you have it, how can you express it? How can a dumb person who can't speak uh, even one word, how can he express the taste of his food? It's not possible, right? Even you can't explain it. You can talk, you have a mind, a brain, an intellect. Even you can tell what that taste feels like. You'll say it feels very good. Because that joy is beyond all things. And when a mother holds her baby in her arms, that joy is unique to her. Unique to her. The other people just look and automatically smile and get happiness, but what she is getting is unique. Much in the same way, we are instructed by Sanatana Dharma to go within. This is called Vedanta, the ending portion of the Vedas. In Vedanta is Bhagavad Gita, in Vedanta is Upanishads, Yoga Vashisht, all these things. So all this is part of Vedanta only. So such is the nature. So Sri Rama asked, O sage, you have again and again related to me the accounts of countless worlds that existed in the past and will exist in the future. So, please explain to me how this knowledge of past, present, and future is effective in promoting enlightenment. So, what is Sage Vasistha answering, or what is Rama asking? Rama is asking questions for you and me. वो भगवान है. He is out of, in mostly we believe there are 10 major avatars. Avatars are God himself coming on planet earth to remove unrighteousness and to bring established rule in the um, to create order, to protect the saints, and to bring harmony. So, have you noticed the news these days? The temperatures, many of you are facing it, 112 degrees, 111 degrees, and globally also the hottest month ever in history. Why? Because all this climate change, it has been going on for decades. But what have we done as human beings? Ignore it constantly. Every country, every politician, greedy. Just, I want this, my manufacturing should go on, to hell with the lakes, to hell with the rivers, to and keep on drilling, getting oil for our big SUVs. That we have done as human beings. And so now you are seeing the prakop of Lord Shiva. You see, when nature starts to punish, it doesn't do it out of anger. It gives you plenty of opportunities. But human beings are greedy, selfish, and half of them don't even believe, they don't even think a god exists. They think they're gods. But you know, one thing is there. In Sanatana Dharma, we don't have such a thing called atheists. Anybody who says we don't believe in God, we also do namaskaram to them. Okay, wonderful. You don't believe in God? Ah, wonderful. That means that's a very high state. You are saying it's neti neti, not this, not this. You just haven't reached that state yet. You are on a journey. So continue the journey. And then one day you will reach that destination where you will say, okay, I am done. I cannot find any more. Now I need help. Also, when we say it is Ananda, we say, what is spirituality? Bliss. Will any atheist say, I don't like bliss, I don't like happiness, I only want pain because I don't believe in God? Give me pain, God. Thank God I'm not spiritual, you say. So this is what it is, you see. So these are easy things to get deluded. We have to live our life in a spiritual way, not just pick up a little prayer or ask for some boons from God. That is not spirituality. So, Sri Rama is saying, you have given me so many countless world systems. Remember, we read a rock, a world within a rock, and then a world within a world. And you also create world systems. ये कोई योग वशिष्ठ की बात नहीं है. आप भी अपने स्वप्न में एक जगत खड़ा करते हो कि नहीं? और प्रति रात को करते हो. Every night you do it. Every dream you have is what? Isn't that a world system? And abundant space. You may be in a cramped room, but your dream has no limitation of that room, transcends it. You may be in a mountain, in a river, you may be in a different country, free, no flight needed, just in your dream. So much in the same way, in Yoga Vashistha also, Vashisht Muni is teaching Rama, and now he's saying, please explain to me how this knowledge of past and future is effective in promoting enlightenment. So all this journey that we have had, sometimes even you remember your dreams, am I right? You remember them. Then if they're important enough, you will remember them even after many years. But if they are simply every night we see something, we just ignore it. Ah, it was a dream. Then you wake up and you start doing your work. This is what this journey of enlightenment is. While this world seems real to you, you are dreaming. The minute we some of us will realize it when we die, when we depart, this was a dream, because you're forced at that time, because you leave this shell of the body and you become an astral body. Then you will realize. Otherwise, jivan mukt saints, they do it, they decode this system in their very life. So he's saying, how is it helpful, past and future? Because most of us are either in the past or we are thinking of the future, isn't it? The golden present, this moment that can give you enlightenment, very, very little we think. We are always going back on experiences or what we want to become. Sage Vasistha explained, O Rama, the purpose of the study is to promote that purified intellect, which shows you the illusory nature of time. So, time is also an illusion. Samay, sthan, paristhiti. That's why we say prapanch. It comes under prapanch. Sat, chit, ananda means existence, knowledge, bliss, absolute. That is your essential nature. That is who you really are. But what have you done on it? On top of it, you have put in name and form. My name is such and such. I live in such and such country, or this in this my house, and my form is like this. I am black. I am Indian. I am American. I am this. I am that. In the end, we are all what? We are all radiations only. So he says. This purpose is to promote that purified intellect, because unless our intellect is purified, we are within a dream which shows the illusory nature of time. So, further, the point of view of the limited intellect, there is staggering expansion of time, and there are countless world systems whirling in the vastness of space. Countless, I tell you. This is only one world system where science tells you what? That this earth is nothing but a grain of sand. This whole of earth is nothing but a grain of sand in the big cosmic picture. Then you have how many planets, how many galaxies, how many Milky Ways, black holes, stars, sun, moon, how many things, endless. So this, and they're all in the concepts of time and space. So from the point of view of the enlightened intellect, there is nothing but here and now. While the intellect is limited, it's not wrong. Most average people are simply dreaming, they haven't woken up. So for them, this world seems very real, just like your dream seems very real while you are dreaming. While you're dreaming, can you wake up and dream both at the same time? Is it possible? No, right? You can either dream, or you can be in deep sleep, or you can awake. Only one thing at a time you can do. Just like your eyes can see but they cannot hear, your ears can hear but they cannot see, the nose can smell but it cannot see or hear. Only one thing at a time you can do with each of these senses. So therefore, in your dream, you experience the same Brahman, the absolute self, manifesting as the dream world of illusory time and space. Think about it. हर रोज आपको भगवान के दर्शन होते हैं और आप बोलते हो भगवान कहाँ है, भगवान कहाँ है, वेयर इज गॉड, ओ गॉड, व्हेन विल दिस हैपन, व्हेन विल दैट हैपन, व्हाई एम आई सो अनहैप्पी, एंड देन यू कंप्लेन एंड यू क्राई, and yet every night Brahman is coming to you in the form of your own dream. Did you create that dream? Huh? With your tools? How much time it took you to create that dream? For a simple house to be built, it takes you years sometimes, isn't it? एक साल लगेगा, 2 साल लगेगा, हमारा घर बन रहा है, वी आर बिल्डिंग अ होम, we are currently living in an apartment, but then we will move into a nice home because we are building it. And yet in your dream you are building mountains, rivers, oceans, snakes, lion, tiger, money, casinos, you yourself. You see, so amazing it is, because that is the deluded intellect. In that experience, it is illusory time and space, isn't it? ये जो स्वप्न आ गया, ये जो प्रतिबिंब आ गया, पिक्चर्स आ गया, sometimes even dead relatives will end up in your dream, वो भी आ गए. कहाँ से आ गए? What happened? It came through your consciousness, आप ही की आत्मा ने बनाया है, and instant में बन गया. It didn't take years to make, and when you wake up it's all gone. So will you say, oh, it was nothing? You cannot say it was nothing, because it was something. Wasn't? Isn't it so? If it was nothing, then you would not remember, you would not see, you would not feel, you would not experience. But all it is it was in your astral body. Astral body. So illusory time and space. In the same way, it is the same Brahman, that Brahman that came in your dream. ध्यान से सुनना, क्योंकि ये समझने वाली बातें हैं, ये आपको कहीं आसानी से नहीं मिलेंगी. This level of knowledge you will not get by doing rituals or having panditjis or this or that. No matter how much you do, this is Brahma Gyan. Brahma Gyan is Paravidya. Paravidya is knowledge of God. Even all these priests and other people, they also need to learn this knowledge, because they will also die. Then if all they have done is just mantras and rituals, that is not enough to get enlightenment. They will then keep coming. It is very good that they lived a very good life, a very pure life, and they did puja and prayers and rituals, but unless they have conquered the Atma consciousness and attained enlightenment, the journey will not end. It will continue. For everybody, doesn't matter whether we are sinners or saints, चाहे हम संत ही क्यों ना हो, जब तक साक्षात्कार नहीं प्राप्त होता, तब तक ये यात्रा जारी रहेगी. This journey will continue. कहाँ से जारी रहेगी? जहाँ से आप छोड़ोगे. Wherever you leave, you will start from there. You have completed your high school, you start from, then you start doing your bachelor's. If you don't have high school, first complete high school, then if you have a bachelor's, then you do master's. इसी तरीके से आगे 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 you have to keep going. But once you have attained something, then nobody can take it from you. Then in your next birth you will start from there only, where you left off. So we cannot blame anybody. It is our own karma, our own destiny, and we can change it right now. This minute we can change it. You see, Yoga Vashisth was written by Sage Valmiki. Who was Sage Valmiki? He was a criminal, a murderer, a highway robber. He would rob people. He had done so many crimes and so many sins, yet came in association with Narada, in his Veena. And through that Satsanga, his life changed when Narad Muni said, how will you pay for all these crimes? How do you think you will be able to cleanse yourself? So once he realized that satsang is the way out, and all his relatives said, it's your problem, Ratnakar. His name was Ratnakar. His family even said, they said, we don't ask you to do wrong things. Your job is to feed us. So become competent, study, work hard, do whatever you have to do. But why do you steal? That is your problem. We didn't ask you to do it. So we are not going to suffer. Why should we go to hell for your foolishness? Then he came back, fell at Narada's feet and said, oh Lord, now is there a solution for me? What should I do? And then Narad Muni said, do the japa of Mara. He didn't give him Ram. Ram was his Ishta Devata. Mara means dead, because he had always killed people and done wrong things. Death came and gory things came very naturally to him. So he started doing Mara, 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 and that turned into Ram, Ram, Ram. Mara turns into Ram. When you say Rama Rama Ram fast, it becomes Ram. That's how these sages and saints change people's lives, and he changed. Then he is today the author of Yoga Vashistha that has 120,000 or so shlokas, unlimited shlokas, that we are covering the scripture, because he got enlightened in that very life. That life, imagine, this is not hyperbole, it's not a dant katha, it is actually truth. You can you should, as homework, google it and read the story of Ratnakar Vashistha, yoga, who wrote yoga, Sage Valmiki and his story. So such is the potential of every one of us. If Valmiki could do it, you can do it, I can do it, anybody can do it. But do we have that drive? Do we have that determination? Do we have that thirst? Do we have that yearning, like fish out of water? जैसे मछली पानी से बाहर आ जाती है, it only wants water. It doesn't want anything else. You can't entertain it, you can't feed it, you can't talk to it, you can't show it TV. It wants nothing, simply water. ऐसे ही, when you become one focused where all you want is God, then God has to come. He has no choice. Every mother, when their child cries, has to come. So this is what the question was. So here he's saying, in the same way, the same Brahman that manifests in the form of this visible world, extending through the vastness of time and space, physical or astral, your dream or reality. When we say this is reality, it is dream only for sages and saints, reality for ignorant people who are currently going through this drama. So overpowered by ignorance, Brahman assumes the role of the individual soul. Individual soul meaning Jiva, Jivatman. And when that individual is gone and it becomes global, universal, that is Paramatman. So all our souls are then tied into that super soul. So that is what Brahman is. Then the soul becomes identified with its own projection, the intellect. So the soul within you, वहां से जो प्रकाश आ रहा है आपकी ऊर्जा से, आपकी आत्मा से, in your soul, in your consciousness, there is that light. Through that light, the intellect is being projected. So you are not this intellect, it's simply the light of the self coming on the intellect, and the intellect becomes limited to the mind. Through that light, it further diffuses and goes into the mind, and the mind becomes conditioned in the form of senses. The senses reveal the world of multiplicity: name, form, color, this, that, nationality, rivers, oceans, vacations, this, that, everything comes up. So all this creation is illusory. Brahmaji sleeping on the lotus on the navel of Vishnuji. Nothing is happening, but in reality they are dreaming, and we are observing this as our reality. Just like when you dream, you also experience joy and pain. If it's a good dream, you feel happy. If it's a bad dream, it feels very painful. So countless objects reflect in the mirror, isn't it? When you see the mirror, what is the first thing you see in the mirror? You'll say, I see my reflection. No, the first thing you see is the mirror. Isn't it? You see the mirror, then you see your reflection. But we are so used to saying, as soon as you come in front of the mirror, I see myself. Of course, you see yourself, but you also see everything around you that is uh, outside of the mirror. It goes inside the mirror. Has it literally penetrated the mirror? Gone in every glass? So countless objects reflect in the mirror, yet the mirror is ever untouched. Nothing happens. You remove the objects, the mirror becomes empty. You put the objects, it will show. It will not say, I'm too crowded, no more space for you. Think about it, right? Doesn't matter how many objects you will bring, the mirror will keep on absorbing it, showing you. In the same way, the illusion of the mind, what is that? Seer and sight, bhokta, bhogya, or ye anubhav, enjoyer, enjoyment, and the object of enjoyment, all these are reflected in the self only. आपकी आत्मा में ही इसका प्रतिबिंब दिखता है, सब कुछ पता चलता है, but the self is ever unaffected and untouched. That self that is showing you the dream is still untouched. You are seeing it in action. When you wake up, the action is gone, but you were seeing it, and it's the same self through which the light of the self is coming through your intellect, mind, senses, objects. With the realization, I am Brahman, the triad disappears. So the minute you know I am the same, therefore this pratibimb, this image in the mirror, when you remove yourself from the mirror, what will happen? There's nothing anymore in the mirror, no more you. So with the absence of the world, there is neither seer, see, nor sight. That triputi, the experience of the dreamer, the dreaming object, and the interacting experience is gone. So much in the same way, as long as one slumbers in the sleep of ignorance, countless world systems appear to flow on like waves that rise and fall in the vastness of the ocean. Think about it. Ocean will continue to give you waves, continuous, whether it is today, tomorrow, 10 years from now, 100 years from now, billion, it will continue. Sometimes high waves, sometimes low waves. In the ocean, no waves. Inside the ocean, nothing, calmness, stillness. But outside, there is all this agitation, movement, isn't it? So all this rising and falling is all happening at the surface level. Much in the same way, your Atma, your consciousness, the one, like the waves are coming from the same ocean, but there is no wave inside the ocean. Much in the same way, the consciousness is creating the dream and all that experience, but the consciousness is not doing anything, just like your dream world. Just as the dream and deep sleep states are both modifications of sleep, in the same way, experiences of multiplicity through the world of time and space are modifications of ignorance. What a beautiful thing. And ignorance, we should not feel bad using that word, because everybody, only who is not ignorant, only the people who are enlightened are not ignorant. Otherwise, there is this layer of ignorance, even in advanced sadhaks. Everybody, unless we remove that layer, doesn't matter whether we are serious aspirants or tapasvis or sadhus or swamis or this or that. What is it? It is all foolishness, titles, names. I am doctor such and such, I am a PhD such and such, I live in such and such house, and I have so many possessions, and all this is only Maya. It's watching a good dream. What will happen? Countless projections of coming and going only, isn't it? So experiences of multiplicity are modifications of ignorance only. So all we do is we take our ignorance, meaning this world is real. That is what ignorance is. When we say this world is real, it's actually very counterintuitive. बड़ी अजीब समस्या है कि कैसे समझाया जाए, क्योंकि उसको समझने के लिए तो आपको आत्म साक्षात्कार करना होगा या यहाँ संसार छोड़ के जाना होगा. Who will want to do that? So that is the conundrum that keeps people glued to ignorance only. Avidya, that is what we say. Avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesh, klesha. These five things are constantly binding us. And anybody, doesn't matter which guru, which person, anybody, so many people only pray for material things. भगवान ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए, बच्चा चाहिए, ये अपने मरने के बाद क्या होगा ये किसी ने नहीं सोचा। हमें कितना दान करना है, हाउ मच वी शुड चैरिटी वर्क वी शुड डू, वी शुड हेल्प पुअर पीपल, वी शुड डू डोनेशंस टू पीपल, वी हैव सो मच। व्हेन वी डाई व्हाट विल हैपन टू इट? क्या होगा भाई? सब खत्म हो जाएगा, इधर उधर बिखर जाएगा। अपने हाथ से दान करो when you can, while you are alive, while you have the ability, if you have the ability. Otherwise vidya dan karo, apna gun dan karo, skills dan karo, do whatever you can. But charity is a very important part of your life, and if you are already doing it, wonderful. If not, consider adding that to your daily spiritual life, क्योंकि तभी उससे बहुत पुण्य प्राप्त होता है। And Gyan Yajna is the biggest yajna. That is why I'm doing it ceaselessly till we get enlightened, our Guru has asked us to do. But also with the tan man dhan, तन मन धन से गुरु का सेवा करना चाहिए. You should serve your spiritual preceptor, the guru, the master, if you are a sincere aspirant. Otherwise, worldly people, let me see Swamiji is on, let me watch for 10 minutes, see what is happening, and then change to another channel. We are not talking about those people, but we are talking about sadhakas. Sadhakas, people who want to give their life to this path, which are very few. So it's not a quantity issue, very few. In fish market you find a lot of people bargaining over 20 cents on tomatoes, this that, it will go on. But in a real diamond shop, you don't bargain, you have to have a lot of wealth to buy those diamonds, otherwise you are not even qualified to enter in the shop. That is the nature of things. So therefore we be become spiritually rich, हमारे पास इतना भगवान दे कि हम सबका कल्याण कर सकें. May our hearts and resources multiply. That is why saints bless the devotees so much who are good ones, that you continue to do good things. Otherwise what is the point in having all this wealth? It is the ocean alone that manifests as waves, foams, and bubbles. So from one ocean, you are getting all these different experiences, isn't it? In the waves, the water is very white, fresh, very foamy. Eddies, pools, पानी तो वही है, लेकिन रंग अलग अलग. Same ocean, same water, same H2O, but so many different experiences of white water, um, calm water, agitated water, eddies, pools, circles, all that stuff. So Brahman alone manifests as the ocean of multiplicity. Just like there is only one ocean, one source of water in the ocean, but so many forms. Much in the same way, there is only one Brahman, but so many forms of multiplicity. नाम रूप काउंटलेस हो जाता है, उसका कोई अंत नहीं है. Therefore you have to transcend time, transcend space, transcend name and form. Then you are neti neti, you have transcended everything, and now you are back in the consciousness. The ocean of Brahman surges on and on and on. There is neither bondage nor release. What is, when we say we want liberation, what is liberation? What is it? What do you want to be liberated from? Well, because we think we are in bondage, isn't it? Otherwise you are already liberated. What is to bind? What has bound you? You are already free. Shuddhosi buddhosi niranjanosi. You are Shuddha Buddha. You are already free. You are already taintless at the Atma level. But due to ignorance, due to avidya, due to countless life and death, birth, reincarnations, different names and forms, due to the illusion of me and mine, due to the illusion of my body, my intellect, my position, my power, my car, my house, my family, so many illusions we have created, we continue to stay, yes, ignorant. We know, theoretically we know. Atmaji Swamiji, I've read the Bhagavad Gita, I've read this and that, and there are 3 layers, and everything you will be able to narrate. but it's all intellectual only. Intellectual only. Huh? Just a picture of food cannot satisfy your hunger. So that is there is utter negation of the world process and the concepts of existence and non-existence. So that is where in your Atma there is no duality. That is why we say Advait, non-dual, one cosmic principle, just like there is one sun, but its rays are multiple. There is multiplicity in the rays, but not in the sun. Through the rays, how many more rays? Infinite. When all those rays fall on a mirror, they multiply even more. Every mirror breaks into 100 pieces, 100 more times sun rays, powerful radiations, but only one sun. And when the sun sets, automatically every ray disappears. Whether there were 20 or 20 billion, what does it matter? Not even one ray can be left here. It will go back, just like every ocean wave will go back into the ocean only. Where will it go? Where else will it go? So that is the illusion that you have to all uh, deal with, wrestle with, play with, meditate on. All these things, whatever works for each of you. And with this, we conclude our satsang for today. May God bless each of you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. We will start section 180 to 85, the story of Kunda Danta, next Friday. So it will be nice because Yoga Vashistha understood the psychology of stories. Through stories, they give you deep meanings, deep philosophy, because ultimately it's all about removing ignorance. अविद्या को हटाना है जैसे भी करें. So with this, let's do our aarti together, and then this Sunday we will see you from the Mandir, Shiva Vishnu temple, this Sunday, and then we start between 10:45 and 11. Sometimes we have to set up everything. It's a little different than doing our setup here, because here everything, this is our kutir, everything's all ready most of the time and it's very good. But we also have to do seva to the souls who need us in physical form. They are there, so we also serve the community. We will see each of you on Bhagavad Gita. We are doing very profound teachings there also on chapter number 8, Akshar Brahma Yog. So please join us this Sunday. Hari Om Tat Sat. So let's do our Aarti and we will conclude the Satsang. Okay. जय जय आरती विघ्न विनायक, विघ्न विनायक श्री गणेशा. जय जय आरती सुब्रह्मण्य, सुब्रह्मण्य कार्तिकेया. जय जय आरती वेणुगोपाला, वेणुगोपाला वेणुलोला. पाप विदुरा नवनीत चोरा. जय जय आरती वेंकटरमणा, वेंकटरमणा संकट हरणा. सीतारामा राधे श्यामा. जय जय आरती गौरी मनोहर, गौरी मनोहर भवानी शंकर. सांबा सदा शिव उमा महेश्वर. जय जय आरती राजराजेश्वरी, राजराजेश्वरी त्रिपुर सुंदरी. महाकाली, महालक्ष्मी, महासरस्वती, महाशक्ति. जय जय आरती आंजनेया, आंजनेया हनुमंता. जय जय आरती दत्तात्रेया, दत्तात्रेया त्रिमूर्ति अवतारा. जय जय आरती शैनेश्वराया, शैनेश्वराया भास्कराया. जय जय आरती सद्गुरुनाथा, सद्गुरुनाथा शिवानंदा. सद्गुरुनाथा ज्योतिर्मयानंदा सद्गुरुनाथा साई बाबा जय जय आरती विघ्न विनायक न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकम नेमा विद्यतो भाति कुतोऽयम् अग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मोक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ सर्वेषां स्वस्ति भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ करचरणकृतं वा कायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वापराधं विहितमविहितं वा सर्वमेतत्क्षमस्व जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो ओम ब्रह्मर्पणं ब्रह्महवीर ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्म कर्म समाधिनः अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राण अपान समायुक्ता पचामन्यं चतुर्विधं हरिः ओम तत्सत ब्रह्मर्पणमस्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ओम शान्तिः 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Divine Souls. Thank you for each of you who were joined with us today here. May you all be blessed with Shakti, Bhakti, Mukti. We will see you Sunday morning for Bhagavad Gita. May you all be abundantly blessed. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shubha Shirvad.